Everybody, let's go. It's your man Jay Life. We're back again with a brand new video. Today we're going to talk about something very, very basic. I want to make sure you guys understand how to calculate these, how to understand how the market moves, and how to basically be able to calculate your profits. A lot of people don't really understand pips because they're different for almost every pair, if you will. Forex is different than crypto. Crypto is different than the indices, and the indices are different than commodities. So we're going to kind of break it down. Hopefully we can help you out and get you to understand pips on a very, very basic level. So I'm going to start with Forex and keep it simple here. So all the JPY pairs, all the JPYs out there in the world, JPY is always going to be 3 numbers and then a decimal point and then another 3 numbers. So you can forget about the 3 numbers before the decimal point. What you want to focus on are the 3 numbers after the decimal point. So as you can see right now, we're on the screen. The current price, market's closed, is 93,294. So 294. So the pips on JPY are actually, let's see what's right there. There we go. The pips are actually going to start at the cents. So if you see, I'm starting at 93,229. If I drop down to 93,019, then that is 21 pips. You see that? 21 pips. So basically the cents after the decimal are the pips. So the second number from the decimal is the single pip. The first from the decimal is the tens place. And then after the decimal is the hundreds place. Hope that makes sense here. So let me see if I can point this out to you really quick. So this number, actually I can't even go over there. The 2 here is the tens place. The 9 is in the ones place of the pips. So if I were to go from 294 to 304, that would be 1 pip. Hope that helps you. And if I were to go down from 294 to 284, that would be 1 pip. So with JPYs, all of them are going to be the same. The single pip is going to be in the middle of the 3, and then the one right after the decimal is in the tens columns of pips. That's for JPYs. One more time. So the current price is 294 right here. 294. If I were to go to 304, that's 1 pip. Went from 29 to 30. Hope that makes sense. That's just 1 pip. If I were to go from 294 to 394, that's 10 pips. We went up 1 in the tens column. So hopefully you can get that. That's for JPYs only. JPYs only. So any JPY, Euro JPY, same thing. USD JPY, they're gonna have 3 after the decimal. Now for most other ones, we'll go Euro USD. Most other ones, you're gonna see prices right here. Actually, prices down here. We'll go up here though. Prices right here. I'm sorry. So right here, you're gonna see a decimal point and then 5 digits. The pips are going to be the single is the 4th digit. The tens column is the double digit. So but explain that a little bit better to me. Okay, I will. All right. So if I were to go, as you see on the screen here, if I were to go from 797 to 627, that's 17 pips. And then you can see it right there, 17 pips. My little calculator, a ruler, is showing you that. So that's telling you that the pips are in the single is in the 9, the double digit or the tens column is the 7. And so if I were to go down 17, then I would take that 79, subtract 17, and that's where my 62 comes from. So the 4th from the decimal is the pip. Let me say that again. The 4th from the decimal is the pip in almost every other Forex pair. That is Euro USD, anything that's not a JPY. USD CAD, the 4th. Euro odd, the 4th. Doesn't really matter. Odd CAD, whatever. Almost all the other pairs that are not JPY, it's going to be the 4th. Matter of fact, every other pair that's not JPY is going to be the 4th. That's where the actual pip is. Okay. So I like that right there. I'm going to take you into crypto just a little bit now too. Crypto is a little different because every single pair is a little bit different. Actually, I'm not going to go into crypto because every single pair is a little bit different. I'll go a couple of the main ones here. So Bitcoin here, if you're looking, let me get rid of that. All right, sweet. So Bitcoin, and you can use this ruler right here to kind of show you if you need help. Current price of Bitcoin is 22,969, right? If I were to go down to, let's go 22,625. As you guys can see, that is showing as 346 pips. So the pips on Bitcoin are going to be represented by the dollar. So basically, the number right after, or right before, I'm sorry, the decimal point is the pip. So whatever the price is, $1 change of that is going to be the pip. So I'm at 22972. If I go to 22973, that's 1 pip. So Bitcoin's easy. The dollar amount is the actual change. Ethereum is the same way. The dollar amount is the same change. So currently at 1693. If I were to go to 1694, that's 1 pip. And if I were to go down to 1692, that's also 1 pip. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are pretty easy. Some of the other ones are a little bit different, so I'm not going to go too deep into those, but that's how you calculate the pips. I'm going to go back to Forex really quick and just make sure we recap this really, really nice. So the JPYs, the pip is going to be the one in the middle. So after the decimal point, the one in the middle. So this 9 is the pip. So if I were to go from 39 to 40, that's 1 pip up. If I were to go from 39 to 38, that's 1 pip down. So this 9 in the middle right here is the actual pip. And then obviously, the higher you go could change. This would be the ones column, the tens column, the hundreds column. So if I were to go from 137 to 138, that's 100 pips. One more time. The 9 is the single pip, the ones column. The 3 is the tens column. The 7 currently is in the hundreds column. So if we go up 1 from here, that's 1 pip. If we go up 1 from here, that's 10 pips. If we go up 1 from here, that's 100 pips on the JPYs. All right. And on almost every other pair, it's going to be the 4th from the decimal to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 is in the ones column. The 3 is in the tens column. And the 9 is in the hundreds column. So if I went from 34 to 35, that's 1 pip. I went from 34 to 33, that's 1 pip. If I went from 34 to 44, that's 10 pips. And if I went from 29 to 30, that's 100 pips. And that's how you calculate it. Why is that important? Because the more pips you catch, the more money you could potentially make. So when you're entering in your trades, you want to always look at the pips when you're risking something, or if your target, you want to make sure it's a realistic opportunity for you to make. And then the last thing is this little tool I use over here in TradingView. It is the measuring tool. Looks like a ruler. And if you ever can't calculate it in your head, you can always just click the button, go to where you're considering. Let's say we were looking for prices right here. We want to come down here to this place here. How far is that? Boom, it tells you right here. It is 41.7 pips. And if we were to do our calculation, we could definitely line that up from our 348 to 848, 129 to 128. If you subtract this number here, from this number, then you get the 41. The 129,265, subtract 128, 848, you get the 47. But this program does it for you, so you don't have to worry about that too much. These are the numbers that you need to put in your TradingView. In your MetaTrader 4 or whatever broker or device that you're trading in. But that's how you calculate the pips. So when you're in your broker, or if you're in your MT4 and you want to know how far something is, the easy way you can come here onto the charts pull up your measuring tool and say, oh, okay, now I know that's 20 pips. Oh, I know that's 30 pips. And that's how you can easily do it without having to do any calculations in your head. If you're a math guy or a math girl or math person and you want to do that, then the pips are the fourth from the decimal, ones column, tens column, 100s column on everything except for JPY. And I went over that. Indices are a little different. Commodities are a little different. I'm not going to go over those too much. I will go into gold really quick. So gold is a little bit different. The pip, and actually, let's see here. So the pip is actually going to be on the middle one, just like on JPY. So you have these three over here. This is the single, the ones column of the pip, the tens column of the pip, and the hundreds column of pip. So as you see, this is 1,000 pips from this 1766 to the 1776 is 1,000 pips, because the pip is actually this middle. So on the 377, this is the ones column, tens column, hundreds column, thousands column. Hope that makes sense. I'm gonna leave it right there. I may do another one there with some graphics there to help you guys out, but that's how you calculate the pips. Always, if you're ever in doubt, always use this nifty measuring tool. It'll make life so much easier for you. You don't have to rack your brain trying to figure it out. And as you see, it actually separates each pair. When I went to gold, it told me it was 1,000 pips, and it actually automatically will correlate the pips no matter what you go to. If I went to indices or stocks or whatever, it'll automatically calculate the pips for you. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.